I try to be positive on this channel. I really do. So let me try really hard to be positive. Okay, here it is. I am positive that tonight's episode of SmackDown sucked. Holy crap. Find somebody who loves you as much as Cody loves CM Punk and CM Punk loves Cody Rhodes, because wow. Brandy, check Cody's phone when he gets home, because I have not seen that kind of love fest on WWE TV since Io Sky and Rhea Ripley. That was the worst go home segment I think I can ever see. I have ever seen, or at least I remember in recent memory. And before you say I'm a Cody Rhodes hater or a CM Punk hater, I'm not. You know why I hate this segment so much is because I love those guys so much, because I actually do care about them and know that they can do better. CM Punk cut a great promo just like 2 or 3 weeks ago when he let that pipe bomb out. Cody Rhodes won the fans back when they were cheering John Cena during John Cena's heel turn. All right, I've seen Cody literally turn the tide on a crowd and make him cheer him, and I've seen him do it multiple times. What the heck was tonight? I don't even know. I can't even describe this. Like, what the heck? Like, let me ask you, boys and gals, something. Do you think that we would be so much invested in the Oba Femi Brock Lesnar rivalry right now if all we had was Oba Femi going up to Brock and saying, "Sir, I want to shake your hand. You have been a dominant force, and I cannot wait for an opportunity to go up against you." And then Brock Lesnar was like, "You know what? I see a lot of myself in you, kid. We're going to have ourselves a good old time at WrestleMania 42. No, we wouldn't. We would not. I mean, we'd still be like, yeah, I kind of want to see this match, but we would not be salivating, I think that's the word, salivating at the prospect of seeing those two fight. Do you think that tonight's segment with Trick Williams and Sami Zayn, which, by the way, was one of the only bright spots of the show, and go out of your way to see that segment, do you think it would have been interesting if Trick Williams, instead of bringing out an actual ginger man that was hilarious, if Sami had come out and Trick was like, "You know what, Sami? You're a veteran, and I thank you for this opportunity to fight you at WrestleMania for my first matchup. This is going to be just a glorious day." And Sami was like, "You know what, Trick? I was a rookie one time too, and I'm just happy to pave the way." No. We wouldn't care at all. That would suck. Those two feuds are just great and amazing right now, because guess what? There's actual, there's a rivalry. There's hatred there. There's animosity there. There's really just wanting to prove themselves over the next guy. But we end WrestleMania with two guys that are champions on different brands that have nothing to do with each other, that are both baby faces, just saying, "I learned a lot from you. No, I learned a lot from you. You're so good. Well, you might be the new WrestleMania." Like, oh my gosh, this sucked. This was a go-home show. Why don't you put this on social media? I've been seeing awesome, amazing promos all week long that wrestlers are cutting on social media. I'm just scratching my head. I'm like, why aren't those social media posts on TV? If we need to have Cody and CM Punk googly eyes each other, then put that on social media. Holy crap. Why do we have these celebrities? Why are all of these celebrities coming in? Because we're trying to bring eyes to the product, right? Let's say, love it or hate it, okay? Love it or hate it, the celebrities. And I suspect most of you hate the celebrities coming to WWE, but whatever the case may be, they're coming, right, to get eyes on the product. So let's pretend now that we've got a whole new 1 million new viewers because, 250,000 of them love Pat McAfee. 250,000 of them love Little Yachty. 250,000 of them iShow Speed. 250,000 of them, I don't know, Joe Jonas, right? And so now we got 1 million new eyes on the product, and you think the final segment before WrestleMania, these new million eyes are watching Cody Rhodes and CM Punk say how much they love each other, begging fans to return after WrestleMania. Do you think that is what a person that only came to wrestling because of a celebrity wants to see? I know that as somebody who is a longtime wrestling fan since WrestleMania 5, that is not something I want to see. So who was that segment for? This sucked. It absolutely sucked. And yeah, so you know what? Here's your one take, one shot SmackDown review. I am sorry that I'm crashing. I'm sorry, not sorry that I'm crashing out, because you know what? When the product is good, I will say it. I will praise it. But when the product is bad, then hand me a bucket. Oh my gosh, this sucked. This was not it. If you feel the need to watch anything, like, I implore you, watch Trick Williams. Trick Williams, Sami Zayn segment, that was hilarious. That was great. That was wrestling. Honestly, that was my cup of tea. And then also Randy Orton did a good job tonight too. And honestly, I actually liked the women's tag team promo. Not the match, but the promo. I liked how they were bouncing off each other. Let's do the one take, one shot. But first, let me give you away this belt right here. I'm trying to give away this belt right here on my shoulder. I'm so flustered because of how bad that was. But who cares, right? Because love wins. This is a belt. I'm giving it away. 20,000 subscribers on my road to quit my day job. I will give it away. All you got to do is comment below and subscribe to the channel. You can win this, not a toy, a replica belt. Oh my gosh. Maybe, who knows? Maybe if you say how much you love me, maybe I'll just give it to you. Oh man. Oh geez Louise. Okay, so we start off. Let's center yourself. Chop, center yourself. Okay, we start off. Randy Orton and Cody. Randy Orton, Pat McAfee. They come in, and Pat McAfee has handed a contract, and Pat's like, "Oh no, I'm gonna read it myself," and then he proceeds not to read it. He just signs it. Randy Orton says, "I got stuff to do." He goes into the ring, and then he just says how he lists off all the things that Cody has just taken from him, and I thought it was a really good promo. I really liked it. He was like, "I don't need Pat McAfee, but I want Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee is the only guy who'll tell me the truth." And he's like, he's the only real guy here. And Cody, you didn't call me to help you against Roman Reigns. You called Seth Rollins. When Solo Sikoa's bloodline was after you, I got put through the table. When Kevin Owens went after you, I stuck up for you, and then I got pile drived. And he just lists off all these things, and he's like, "Cody, all you do is take. And it's like, yeah, hard to deny that. Cody Rhodes would later in the show just say, "Yeah, well, that's rich coming from someone who's never taken responsibility," and that was about it. That was his whole rebuttal before the Love Fest came and took over. But then, and then Randy leaves. And I'm thinking to myself, he's got to come back. This is all a ruse. No way the final SmackDown doesn't have just something going on between those two. And no, that's actually what happened. Like, Randy and Pat just drove away. The final SmackDown, the final show to get us excited for WrestleMania. He just leaves. The Rock just saying, "Goodbye, everybody. See you tomorrow." Like Stone Cold Steve Austin saying, "Yeah, I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna bounce. All right. So yeah, that was weird. Randy just leaves. Then I'm sorry. I'm just my mind is blown right now. My mind is blown with this. Like, there was more heat between the Red Rooster and Bobby the Brain Heenan than some of the angles tonight. There's a WrestleMania 5 callback right there. Then we do the final conclusion to a feud that has been going on since October. Literally October. The Wyatts versus the MFTs. And even though Uncle Howdy got his lantern back like 2 or 3 weeks ago, we do a big old brawl, and it ends with Solo Sikoa, the leaders, taking the pin from Tama Tonga, and that's it. Yeah, the Wyatts who murdered the entire backstage 2 years ago, they just lost, and it was just to further the tension between Tama Tonga and Solo Sikoa. Why not just, like, if that was the play here, why not just have Solo take the pin or Tama take the pin because of the other one, and then at least the Wyatts can look strong, and then it becomes still about the animosity between those two. Tama Tonga, Solo Sikoa. But yeah, so they won, and they did a promo for Royce Keys. I'm still like, yeah, like, how can we ever boo this guy? Because his story is such a inspiration. We should have told his inspirational story a year after, like, a really dominant heel run. He should have been a heel for a year, and then we should have used the story to, like, have sympathy for him. But once they showed that his backstory tonight, then they come back and Joe Tess is like, and he'll be in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal tonight. You're like, okay, so I guess Royce Keys is going to win that, and lo and behold, Royce Keys won it. And oh man, and Carmelo Hayes wasn't even in it. Like, Carmelo Hayes, like, he's the winner from last year. He had a banger U.S. title run, even though I wish they would have done more stories involved in it. And he's been, like, overlooked for 2 years, and he doesn't even get into the Andre the Battle Royal Rumble when he should be on WrestleMania. Okay. Damian Priest and R-Truth beat Kofi Kingston and Kofi Kingston and Grace Waller, or whoever hit Waller, whatever his name is. I can't even remember his name right now. Grayson Waller, not Grace Waller. Jordan Grace wrestled later. Grayson Waller, and it's like Kofi Kingston, who had Kofi Mania, won the world title, the big title at a WrestleMania. He's regulated to just jobbing out. Can't even get in the Battle Royal either. I mean, but he had a match. Tama Tonga, or Tall Tonga got two, but no. Great. Kofi Kingston, Kofi Mania, not Kofi Mania. Not even Kofi SmackDown. Let's see. Jacob Fatu. He came out on a cop car and he cut a good promo. This was a good promo from Jacob Fatu, so this was decent. If you're a big Jacob Fatu fan, you can go check this out. But what doesn't compute with me is, why isn't Drew McIntyre here? At least have Nick Aldis say, I banned Drew from the building from what he did last year. Why wouldn't Drew be here? Why wouldn't Drew be here tonight? Like, that doesn't make sense for Drew McIntyre's character. I mean, here's a dude who'll quit and then show up an hour later. One of the best segments they did for social media, which was Danhausen kind of like jumping in on the Miz renewing his wedding vows with Maurice, and Kit Wilson doing the vows. That's the preacher, and it was actually really entertaining. And then they cut away from it and they were like, yeah, this is gonna be on social media. Honestly, why did they just have this segment at WrestleMania? Why didn't we just have the Miz talking about how he's like, just build up this big old segment at WrestleMania? Or even have it for tonight. We didn't need Tiffany Stratton versus Jordan Grace for a #1 contendership match for the U.S. title. That could have been tonight. Like, why not? Why not? And, but it was funny. It was funny. I'm going to seek it out. So, like, the Danhausen curses Kit Wilson. No, he curses the Maurice. Maurice falls into the cake. And, yeah, it was a very funny segment. And I think we could have just done more with it. That was more wrestling to me than CM Punk. You're the new Mr. WrestleMania. Jade and Rhea Ripley, like, this is they, like, please never put these two in a feud together again. They just do not have chemistry. Like, and just give Jade Cargill backstage promos. When she does a pre-taped, they're fine. But when she comes out, she repeats herself, she forgets her lines. I can see her just trying to think of what to say. She'll go on social media and say, I hate when people break the fourth wall. Then she'll just constantly break the fourth wall herself. It's like, yeah, this wasn't it. And like, I don't know, like it ended the same. It's ended almost the same way it's always been ending. They just stare at each other, and I don't know if you're the B word is the insult, or if I'm the B word at this point is the insult. Because sometimes I'm gonna make you a B word, and then sometimes it's I'm that B word. I don't know who's the B word in this feud. But rest assured, when it's a train wreck, they're going to be blaming us fans for it on Twitter. Both of them will be, actually. Jordan Grace, and Tiffany Stratton, they had a match for the U.S. Championship, #1 contenders match, and Julia just sat out there and watched. Okay? Sure. Not much to add there. Trick Williams, oh my God, this was so good. This was not just good for a modern day SmackDown segment. This was just a good wrestling segment. Trick Williams, he comes out, right? And he's mad because Sami Zayn, you hurt my friend, your little Yachty with a haluva kick. But not just that, but he might not be back to do my entrance. And so my entrance might suffer. Get out here right now, Sami. And he looks mad. And I'm like, oh, we're going to do this. And then an actual gingerbread comes out. It was so funny. And then Trick is having a back and forth with the gingerbread. And then Sami eventually comes out. Oh, it was so freaking hilarious. Sami then comes out and he's like, yeah, I don't even know why people hate me. Even Trick was like, your 3 ride or dies. No water bottle is safe from you, Sami. And Sami, like, he tells the gingerbread man to go over there, and he's like, this is how you prepare? You prepare with a gingerbread man? And then Trick's like, I see 2 gingerbread men. They get into a fight. This is cool though. Sami will haluva kick the gingerbread, and the mask had swirled around. Like, you can't plan that. Trick does. Oh, jeez. Sorry. Trick does get a trick shot on Sami standing tall, so I'm a little worried that he's going to lose now. But honestly, I kind of like this Sami. Whatever this Sami is, I'm actually starting to enjoy it. Not more so than Trick Williams. No way, no how. But this is my second most interesting feud that I'm most hyped about. It goes Oba Brock, Trick Sami, and then probably Punk Roman. Before Punk got all jealous of Roman and all lovey with Cody, Punk and Roman were doing really good things. And yeah, so the women's tag team, they had a promo where it was all pre-taped, but they would address each other. So they would say one thing here, and then the next team would say something about that team. I really liked that. It wasn't like anything like earth-shattering, but I really did like the style that they did that, and I hope they do more of that if there's like 3 or 4 participants. Like, it was really like, it was different. It was cool. I liked it. Then you had the big Andre the Giant Battle Royal, which had some big names in it, if you really think about it. Matt Cardona, but then Ilya Dragunov, Aleister Black, Tall Tunga, Royce Keys, Joe Hendry. It's like, this was like a pretty stacked. The Grande Americanos OG and other OG, but no Carmelo Hayes. And then Royce Keys won. I guess it was the right call for Royce Keys to win. I could see that being the right call, but it was just still surprising that they had someone like Aleister Black in here or Ilya Dragunov in here, and they just didn't really win. And last year's was so good. Last year's was a really good Andre the Giant Battle Royal. This year's wasn't. I mean, it wasn't like horrible or anything. It was just very not memorable. But Carmelo Hayes one was really good. And but yeah, it was whatever. And then Cody Rhodes came out, and Cody Rhodes started trying to paint a narrative. Like, I hear about the conspiracy, The Rock, Travis Scott, and now He Who Shall Not Be Named. And it's like, I haven't heard this conspiracy. So Cody Rhodes is trying to sell us a conspiracy. You watch that this conspiracy thing is going to start playing out a little more. I bet you. But yeah, you know what? This was a go-home SmackDown. Trick Williams, Randy Orton, and maybe the women's tag team promo. 1, 2, 3. This was not it of a SmackDown because of what it was, a go-home show. This should have been a banger. This should have been a banger. I'm giving it a 3. Sorry, I know. Chop, you're so positive. Well, you know, you can only... I gotta call it how I see it. This is the one take, one shot where I give you my gut reaction. I gotta be honest. Just because I hated tonight doesn't mean I hate wrestling, though. Still love wrestling, still love WWE. Tonight sucked, but you know what? I've seen a lot of sucky things. I've seen a lot of sucky WWE program in the past, and you know what? I'm still here. I'll be here next week. Even if WrestleMania sucks. You know, WrestleMania 41, that main event, that sucked. And here I am, hyped for WrestleMania 42's main event. You know, it's just a vicious cycle. It's like an abusive relationship, and I'm okay with it. All right, boys. All right, girls. See you tomorrow. Live stream, hot takes, blah, 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 blah. See you, bye.